do a little bit of a check-in. This is Jacinda from Diamond Dance. I am officially back at work. We are back at the studio and we are open for classes, and this is the first day of term 3 and it's a beautiful day. As you can see, I am so rugged up. I hate being cold. And I wanted to talk about motivation because I got an email about half an hour ago that gave me a bit of a giggle. And the email said, yes, I would like to book in. I was going to, but I can't find the motivation. And I'm like, oh, girl, I feel you. I feel you. This weather combined with the lockdowns or the isolation thing from COVID, all that fun stuff, the emotional upheaval that people were feeling, even if you kind of had a normal life through this period, if you've had a job that you've been going to every day and you're still going and buying your groceries and whatnot, your life hasn't really changed, there was still a lot of stress in the air, there was still a lot going on, and that can really affect how you're feeling and stuff. So I wanted to talk quickly about motivation, and the first thing to know about motivation is that it is fleeting. When you feel motivated, it's gonna last for like a minute second. It really doesn't last long at all. And the thing that keeps us going is not motivation, because as I said, it's a split second. It's about the size of a grain of glitter. It's so tiny. Motivation is kind of the spark that starts your fire, starts you going, but what keeps you going is your habits. It's your rituals, it's your routines. And through all this isolation period, a lot of our routines have been completely thrown out the window. And along with that has come a lot of anxiety of the unknown. Some people just don't like change, whether you don't realize it. Some people just don't cope well with change, and that's okay. It's really hard. Humans are creatures of habits, and that's why it's really important to establish your habits and make sure that they're good ones. So that you can continue even when you're not feeling like you want to. The other thing that I want to touch on quickly, for the ladies especially, is hormones. Now, in your menstrual cycle, you have 4 different phases. So if you've got about a 28, 30-day cycle, over the 4 weeks, each week your hormones are going to be completely different. Okay, so the level of hormone changes, and also even the types of hormones that are in play changes completely. And this can actually have a huge impact on your motivation. For example, in your follicular phase, you're going to be full of great ideas. You're going to be really innovative. You're going to be looking to the future, feeling probably pretty positive because estrogen's on the rise, and estrogen makes you feel damn good. So you'll be feeling pretty good, pretty optimistic. But then come luteal phase, which is a couple of weeks later, progesterone's on the rise. And progesterone is a get shit done. So while in your follicular phase, you might not have really felt like doing any of these great ideas that you've had. You've just been dreaming, basically, and you've come up with all these great plans, and you've been thinking about them and brainstorming them and setting your goals, but you haven't really done anything about them. Then it comes to your luteal phase, and because you've got progesterone on the rise, and that's your dominant hormone for the week, you actually feel more motivated to get stuff done. Like you're like, okay, I need to knuckle down and I need to action my to-do list. I need to put these dreams and these goals into action steps and get some of it done. So where you are in your menstrual cycle can also play a part in how you're feeling. And when it comes to exercise, your menstrual cycle also will dictate the type of exercise that you will be doing in that week. So in your follicular ovulation phase, you want to be doing a little bit more high intensity training. You want to be getting your heart rate right up because it actually helps you to clear out your excess hormones such as estrogen, so that you don't end up with a bit of an imbalance which can upset the status quo. But then in your luteal and your menstrual phase, you want to taper it back. You want to be focusing more on your strength sessions. You want to be having kind of like longer breaks between things. You don't want to be pushing to 100%. You want to be sitting between 60 to 80, depending on what week you are. You don't want to be going hard the whole time. And then, you also want to be thinking menstrual phase. You're very introspective, okay? if you've got like really severe PMS symptoms, that can actually be a sign of a hormone imbalance, and that will make you feel less motivated and less inclined to do things. So what you want to do is try and over the whole week try and even that out, but you still want to exercise even if you are feeling pretty shitty. So something as simple as a walk or a nice stretch session, maybe a little bit of Pilates, nothing too intense, that will actually help you feel a lot better. So the weather, also another one, is not great at the moment. It's pretty wild and woolly out there. In this weather, getting out of the house or staying in the house and just doing something a little bit active, warming you up from the inside, will make you feel so much better. I've come in early today because I am going to do a little bit of my conditioning work before I start teaching, and I did do a Pilates class this morning as well, so I'm feeling a little bit warmer despite, I just hate being cold. Despite my appearance, I'm not that cold because I did do a little bit of exercise this morning. I got the blood flow moving. So I hope that kind of helps with your motivation. Guys, if you have been feeling a bit stressed over this time, you have been feeling a little bit anxious and unsettled, it's normal. And I feel you so hard. As a small business owner, it's been really hard. So be kind to yourself. If you're not feeling super motivated to get back into things, just take little steps, okay? Do a little Pilates workout at home on the floor. Do 5 push-ups if that's all you feel like you can handle. If you can get out, go for a little walk, it will make you feel a little bit better. And once you feel like you've got a little spark of motivation, run with it. We've got to light that fire that start getting you in. And if you feel like, okay, you're making some sense, Jacita, I probably should book my classes, do it now so that you're not, once that little spark's gone, it's hard to get it back. So take the action right now, book in your classes, and then you're like, all right, it's booked now. And then when it comes, your class comes along, you'll be more inclined to come, you'll be more inclined to get in and get it done. And you'll feel better for it afterwards, I promise you. Exercise is the best thing for you. It will make you feel happy. Endorphins from exercise are the best kind of endorphins. So if you are feeling like a little bit flat, a little bit demotivated, a little bit anxious, a little bit can't be fucked, then I encourage you to just do one little thing that's gonna start getting your regime back in place, start getting your habits back in place, and make them good habits. We've had a really big reset in the world, and now's a great time. It's like the best time ever to really get those new good habits set in stone. So no drinks tonight, okay, kids? We're gonna have water, maybe a tea, chamomile tea before bed instead of a glass of wine, and we're going to come in and we're going to get our classes done, all right? One little step. What's one little action step that you can take right now to get your good habits cemented so that while your motivation will only be fleeting, your habits will keep you going? Anyway, I hope that helps. I'll catch you soon.